NBA records that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson have broken as a duo on the Golden State Warriors. 6 seasons together, they produced some of the most fun three-point shooting games we've ever seen and broke some records along the way. The last 3 years, they've each put up 20 points per game, shot over 40% from the three-point line, and helped the Warriors get to 3 straight NBA Finals. And Steph and Klay love competing against each other when they are shooting threes. When Klay Thompson beat Curry in the 2016 three-point contest, he told reporters, "You know, I've never been on a team with someone who shoots it better than me, so it's a privilege to work with him every day. He makes me that much better." This is definitely the best three-point shooting backcourt to ever play in the NBA, but where do you rank them as an overall backcourt all time? Do you give them the nod as the best backcourt ever? And always, what player records should I work on next? I have a few in the works, but which players should I look at next? So let's get into records Curry and Thompson have broken together. Curry and Thompson have the record for the most three-pointers made in a single season by a duo with 678. They did it in the 2015-2016 season, and the 3 previous years made 524, 484, and 483, which were all records. Back in 1996, Dennis Scott and Nick Anderson of the Orlando Magic combined for a total of 435 threes. So they beat the original record from the 90s 4 times already. The NBA just hasn't seen a three-point shooting backcourt like this ever, and they have done it at all-time great levels for 4 straight seasons. On to record number 2. Against the Oklahoma City in the 2016 Conference Finals, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson each broke the NBA playoff record for most threes made in a series. The record was tied between Dennis Scott and Ray Allen, who each made 28 threes in a single playoff series. Steph made 32 threes and Klay finished with 30 made threes in that series, 11 of those coming in that Game 6. And to put some perspective on how crazy that three-point shooting was in those final 2 games versus OKC, Curry and Thompson hit 30 threes combined in the last 2 games. The 1986 finals between the Celtics and Rockets had 17 made threes total. So let's go into record number 3. Curry and Thompson are the only pair of teammates in NBA history to combine for at least 400 three-pointers made in consecutive years. They have achieved this in 5 straight seasons, going back to 2012. This is their own record. No one has done it for multiple seasons like Curry and Thompson, and this brings us into our 4th record. Steph and Klay are the only pair of teammates in NBA history to combine for at least 500 three-pointers made in consecutive years. So the last one was for 400 made threes in consecutive years. This one is for 500 made threes, and they have done it for 3 seasons in a row. Their 73-win season, it was Curry and Thompson's 2nd year making 500 threes combined. This year with Kevin Durant was their 3rd year in a row. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are the only players in the NBA ever to make at least 200 three-point shots in 5 straight seasons. The only 2 ever. So this started all the way back in the 2012 season. All-time NBA three-point leader Ray Allen is the only other player in league history to have 5 seasons with 200 made threes, but he never did it 5 years in a row. And Steph and Klay are both under 30 years old and have a lot of time left playing together. As long as they stay relatively healthy, they are going to continue to destroy the three-point record book and make it harder for any duo or one player to compete with their NBA records. Curry and Thompson are the only teammate duo in NBA history to combine for at least 600 threes made in a season. And who was the pair of teammates that they broke this record from? Themselves. It was their record before in 2014 and 2015 when Curry and Thompson combined to make 525 threes. They made 600 three-point shots in the 73-win season and got to the 600 three-point mark with 9 games left to go in the 2016 year, and then they finished with 678 total. And the last record as a duo before we get into some individual ones, they are the only duo in NBA history to make a three-point shot in 30 straight games together. Curry and Thompson completed this back in the 2014 season. They got to the 30 mark against the Chicago Bulls, where they combined for 56 points and shot 7 of 12 from the three-point line combined. Now, Steph and Klay have a lot of individual three-point records, but let's just pick one individual record to talk about. So Klay Thompson set the NBA record for most points in under 30 minutes, and he did it in December of 2016. He scored 60 points against the Pacers in 29 minutes of play. Klay shot 21 of 33 from the field, 8 of 14 at the three-point line, and 10 of 11 at the free throw line, and he left the game with about a minute left in the third quarter and sat the whole fourth quarter, so who knows how many he would have scored if he was out there in the fourth. To give more information on how on fire he was that night, Klay's points per minute was just slightly lower than Wilt Chamberlain's when he scored 100 points in 1962. Klay also only took 11 dribbles that night and had the ball in his hands for a total of 90 seconds. That's Klay's individual record, so let's go into Steph's. Steph Curry is the only player in NBA history to make at least 10 3-point shots in consecutive games, and he did it in the 73-win season in February. He had 51 points and 10 made threes against the Orlando Magic. Then 2 days later, he scored 46 points against the Thunder and made 12 3-point shots. I am not a Warriors fan, but I am enjoying their 3-point shooting dominance and watching them rewrite the 3-point record books. I'm just a fan of how the game is evolving. I like to see these guys chuck threes, and when you got all-time great shooters like Klay and Steph on the same team, I'm going to enjoy the NBA history that is happening. I don't think it's going to be fun watching Dwight Howard shoot threes next season with the Hawks, but at least he recognizes where the game is going. So the Warriors are up 3-0 in the finals, and I was really hoping this wouldn't be a sweep, but it's looking like it. Hopefully the Cavs can extend this series for at least a game. Like I said in the beginning of the video, what player records should I work on next? I have a few in the works, but which players should I look at next? I've taken some players you guys have suggested and have it ready for a future video. I have a records video coming up soon for an interesting player, so I'll have that out when the finals finally ends. So if you made it this far, shout out to you. We're almost at 14,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next upload.